Hey guys, Copy7789 here. Just gonna give you guys my updated Mermail deck profile, and then I'll just give you a quick report um, on my locals this weekend. I did end up going to locals this weekend. I played Mermails, of course, since I'm showing you guys an updated profile. Of course, I would have had to play the deck first. Um, I'll explain what I wasn't playing in the deck once I get to it. Um, Yeah, I'm just gonna go through my rounds really quick if I can remember them. Round one, I played against Lightsworn. Yeah, Lightray Lightsworn. I 2-0'd him pretty quickly because I got to Megalo and I had Dragoons to search out my stuff pretty quickly. And I got to Megalo and Moulin Glacia. I dropped Moulin Glacia twice in 2 games. So that was that. Round two, I played Samurais. I lost game one pretty badly. My hand wasn't all that great, and he opened up pretty well. He actually got Xian out on me like either first or second turn every single game, so that kind of sucked. And then game two and three were actually pretty much grind matches. However, I was able to grind out a little bit better. Round three, I played against the Mirror. Game three was just a blowout. That's really all there is to it. Um, so yeah, round four I played. Um, I can't remember what I played round four, but I know I won. Um, shit, I don't know why I can't remember what I played. It's been a couple days, so it really doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure I 2-0'd him pretty easily. So yeah, there's that. And then round five, I played my friend Keith, who was playing Dino Rabbit. Um, Game one, he had macro. I got rid of it, and then he had another macro, so there really wasn't much I could do to get around it. And then I would basically control the board games two and three. So really not much to it. And then in top eight, I lost to my buddy, one of my best friends slash my teammate, who's playing windups. Um, I mean, nothing really big. He ended up splitting in top two, so that's all I really care about. I really just wanted to test the deck, see how it was. The deck was really good all day. And I made a couple changes after the tournament. Oh no, I do remember what I played round three. I'm sorry. I played my buddy Jean, who was playing Inzectors, and I just outsped him, and yeah, that's really about it. Okay, so now I'm going to get into the deck. I'm going to talk about a couple of the changes that I made, a couple changes that I still might make. Um, like I said, overall the deck was good, and I made changes after the tournament. Um, Not big changes, but a couple here and there. Added some of the new stuff because I wasn't playing any of the new stuff in the tournament, so I added some of the stuff from Cosmo Blazer after the tournament. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it because it's been long enough. So here we go. Okay, I think you guys can see that. Yep. All right, so I am still running two Abyss Megalo, mainly because I only have two. I mean, that's the biggest reason. But I also feel that two was enough. I saw him enough, and I got to him enough throughout the day on Saturday that I felt like any more than two was going to be too much. So yeah, two Abyss Megalo. I am playing two Abystius. Um, Partially one because I don't have a lead. I think if I had a lead, I'd take out the second one for the lead. Um, how, However, two Teus is kind of nice. I want to be able to open with it so I can make some nice early game plays and get the advantage started. Plus, 2400 defense is relatively difficult to get over, at least early game. So it allows me, if I have a Megalo in hand, it allows me to be able to set up um, and go into some nice rank 7 plays as well. And then it also works in conjunction with one of the cards I'm going to show you guys here in a minute. But like I said, 2 Megalo and 2 Teus is what I am currently running. 3 Linde is because you can search out basically everything. Or I'm not, sorry, not 2, 3. You need to run 3 Linde now, in my opinion. 3 is just amazing. 2 Pike, that's very, very standard, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. So yeah, there's that. And then I am teching one Abyss Gund. Now, that goes in conjunction with the Abyss Teus plays. Um, let's say I have one of these engraved, and I discard this for Abyss Megalo. It allows me to get back Abyss Teus um, to my side of the field, and then I can make some nice rank 7 plays with it as well, whether it's a Big Eye play that I want to make, or Abyss Gaios, which I actually just added in as well, which you'll see when I go through the extra deck. But Gund is really good in my opinion. And she'll probably stay even if especially if I put in a lead over one of the Abyss Teuses, because lead is a nice 2700 beater. Like, you can just discard this and a Teus or the lead if I get the lead for Abyss Megalo, and be able to special summon that monster right back, whether I'll have a 2700 beater or a way to go into a rank 7 play. So I feel like she's really, really strong and a really, really good tech card in here. So like I said, if you draw it, you draw it. And Teus can also search this card out, which is another thing that I like. So if I want to make a Megalo play like that, I can. So yeah, one Abyss Gund. Alright, on to the rest of the monsters. The Atlantean engine, you got 3 Dragoons, of course. 3 Marksmen. I feel like that's the standard. I loved 3 Marksmen. There was never a time where I wanted less than 3 Marksmen. And, of course, 2 Infantry. I can honestly say there may have been a time or two where I did want a 3rd Infantry. However, 2 worked out relatively well. I really can't complain. So, yeah, that's the Atlantean engine. Then you get to the Gen X engine. You got, of course, your triple Undyne. That's standard. Looking for more super of these, hopefully soon. And then your obligatory 2 controller. I will not play 3 ever. Next, Deep Sea Diva. I run 3. I am, however, considering dropping this to 2 because I searched it out whenever I needed it. And it also depends on how the ban list hits. If it doesn't hit Diva and if it hits Undyne, of course I'll play 3 Diva. However, yeah, there's really not much else to it. But at the moment I am still running 3 Diva, so there's that. Then, of course, you've got Mulan Glacia. It's easily searchable, easily dropped. You have to play this card. Only as a 1-of, of course, but you gotta play it. And then 1 Gores. Just to stop OTKs, because most of the time my back row's clear. And if my opponent somehow clears my board, I want to be able to survive and then just go off again next turn. So Gores is just really good. Okay, on to the spells. You got Double Salvage. Double Salvage was okay. I mean, obviously Salvage is really good. I'm just saying I don't know if I wanted more than 2 Salvage. Obviously don't want less than 2 Salvage. However, I did consider a 3rd, but 2 Salvage, I saw it enough where it was just really good. So, and really wasn't all that dead whenever I had it, so yeah. 2 MSTs, that's fairly standard in the main deck in my opinion. I've seen people taking MSTs out of the main deck in Mermails, and I don't understand why. It's your answer to Macro and Dimensional Fissure if people are maining them, so I just feel like MST is just one of those cards where you need to play it, especially in this deck that can get hurt so easily by stuff like Macro and Deep Fissure, like I said. So, 2 MSTs. Then the obligatory Monster Born, Heavy Storm, and Dark Hole. Yeah, I mean, those are all standard, so I really shouldn't have to explain that. I played 1 pot of Avarice, will continue to play 1 pot of Avarice. Your graveyard fills up really quickly with this deck, so it is really, really easy for this card to be live and to recycle stuff back. And then I play 1 Allure. Not much else I can say about it. It's really, really, it's basically free when you have an Undyne in hand, so you just summon Undyne, get the controller, and play Allure. And you just got 2 cards basically for free, so yeah. And then my traps are very simple. It is 3 Abyss Sphere because I run more Mermails now, and 2 Torrential Tribute. I feel like that's all you need at the moment. If I lose some monsters, obviously I could put more traps in, but yeah, there's that. Alright, now we'll get on to the extra deck. Play 1 Miststorm for Synchros. Never made it. Never wanted to make it. I mean, the thought had crossed my mind maybe once in going into Miststorm, but it really wouldn't have done anything that productive. Um, so yeah, may consider taking this out, um, but for now it's gonna stay in. Obviously, if we had Trish, Trish would be in here, but yeah. But one Miststorm, one Scrap Dragon, that's standard. One Gungnir, that's also standard. One Black Rose. Seen people taking this out. I have no idea why. Black Rose. I went into it probably 2 or 3 times throughout the day. I think I went into it 3 times. 2 times I got the effect off, and once it got warning. But still, Black Rose is just too good in my opinion. Duloran, I see people not playing this, and I have absolutely no idea why. This card did so much work for me over the weekend. Duloran is just incredible in this deck. To be able to get back your Atlantean monsters to your hand is vital. Um, and just be able to create, like, I know at one point during the weekend, I did a Diva play. I summoned Diva, got Marksman, attacked with both, got out of Dragoons, made Dulorn, brought this back. Next turn, I summoned the Marksman, attacked with both, got a Dragoons to the field, brought my Dragoons and Marksman back to my hand next turn, and then dropped a Megalo with the Marksman and Dragoons. Like, Dulorn, it does too many good things to not play in this deck. I have absolutely no idea why you would not play this card. It is just too good. Librarian, partially for the mirror, because in the mirror they'll obviously go for a Catastor to be able to destroy your stuff with ease, where Librarian you can just go into this and destroy stuff. It's also decent in the mirror match, where if they're going to synchro, or if they're going to have to synchro, you use this card to get pluses. Also good in the Laval matchup, which will be relevant here relatively soon. And obviously in other matchups where a 2400 beater is nice, and I could even get some pluses if the deck synchros a decent amount of times. Like, I know there was an Infernity deck that was being played. I didn't end up playing him, but however, if I did end up playing him and I had a level 5 option, I would clearly go into Hyper Librarian. One Catastor, that's standard in my opinion. And one Armory Arm, I went into him a couple times, so yeah, Armory Arm. On to my Exceeds. You got one Mermail Atlantean. I run 4 level 7s now, so I feel like he is definitely needed, and that's not including the Synchros, which I run 2 more of. Because I'll say this, with him, obviously it's only, you can do the level 7 water ones, but at one point during the weekend, I summoned a Gungnir, and it got Fiendish Chained. I brought out an Abyss Megalo, and then I overlaid both for Big Eye, and I stole his Shien for the turn. So I cannot say how good the rank 7s are in here, especially this guy, because he's a pseudo skill drain. And yeah, and level 5 monsters, my opponent's level 5 or higher monsters cannot attack. That's really good in my opinion. So yeah, Juan Vizcayos. I feel like he needs to come in with obviously all the new Mermail stuff and Cosmo Blazer, because he's relatively easy to make. One Big Eye, he is also standard. Just steal your opponent's stuff. That's really just too good. One Abyss Dweller. Yeah, really not much I can say about that. I am not playing Bahamut Shark or Abyss Trite at the moment, mainly because I don't have either of them. I probably will play it here relatively soon, but for now I just don't have it. We'll go into the 3s. You got one Leviathan Dragon, one Temtempo. I never went into Temtempo, or Leviathan Dragon for that matter, actually. One Zenmains, I went into him once or twice, I think. And one Gotchi, I think I went into him once. Yeah, I did. It was for a game push. I went into Gotchi. No, it wasn't for a game push. I went into Gotchi, made a Megalo, and attacked over something. So yeah. So that is the deck, guys. Sorry it was a little drawn out. I just wanted to get a few of the explanations in that I normally don't get in. There's really not much else to it. Side deck is still a work in progress. So yeah, and the main deck as well. Um, I'm not going to be going to locals this weekend, um, mainly because my fiance, her roommate from college, is coming up, so we're going to be doing stuff all weekend. However, I may be going out to locals next weekend, or not next weekend, the following weekend. Um, Only time will tell, obviously. Um, so I'll try and get more, content with this deck. I might even try and record some games while I'm out there, or even while I'm here. It really just depends on all the stuff. So, yeah. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And, yeah, peace out.